Hey, Lucy. What are you doing up so early?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
I'm really, really glad that you're here, because I don't know what's going to happen in court today, and I feel 100 times better knowing that you're here to take care of Serena.
You don't have to say that, you know, just to make me feel better. I am blessed to have Serena in my life, even if she probably is the only child I'm ever going to have.
Lucy, just because you're not pregnant doesn't mean that you can't get pregnant again.
Right.
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay, look at you. You're just not quite dressed yet. You're not done. I'll be right back. I'll remedy it.
Hey,
oh, good morning, sweetheart. Oh, it's such a beautiful fall day out there. It's a shame we have to spend it in court.
Yes, it's a shame, all right.
Well, I'll do everything I can to keep you out of jail.
Well, good luck. I mean, I did obstruct justice, so the judge could make an example of me, and I could be in jail for some time.
Okay, buddy. Now you can finish getting dressed. Oh. I found the perfect tie for your ensemble. Hello.
Oh, good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
I was hoping I'd catch you here. What time do you testify?
Well, I have to sign a few charts, see a patient, and then I'm out of here. Why?
Well, I superimposed your hairstyle on all the female suspects in the general homicide case. When I showed the retouched photos to Greg Cooper, he identified you as the woman who's been visiting him in the hospital, the woman who calls herself Lark.
Just my bad luck. The killer is pretending to be me.
Kevin Collins is getting too close.
You sure?
Can't keep feeding him red herrings. He's too sharp.
I was afraid of that.
It's time to kill the one responsible for all this.
I understand.
You've reached the Collins residence. Please leave a message.
Kevin, it's Julie. You said I could call any time. Well, a lot has come up since our last session, and I really need to see you. Oh, I hope you call in to check your messages. Oh. I'm going to run a couple of errands, and then I'm going to come by your place and wait for you. Bye.
Lucy, I think you should have pulled the tie with stripes on it for me.
Are you going to question moi since a fashion? I don't think so.
No, well, let me ask my attorney. What do you think? Tie with stripes? Judging from your quizzical looks, you're wondering what my pal Lucy is doing here in her robe.
Scotty, it's none of our business.
No, they're certainly not.
Oh, I guess I should explain why I'm in
Let
my
me explain,
robe.
Lucy. She received a death threat at the hotel. Next thing you know, she's trapped in the elevator. So I figured it was best for her to move in here since the person made good on their threat.
Oh, Lucy, I'm sorry. How terrible.
With all the high-tech security I have and the bodyguards, I just figured Lucy was safer here until this psychopath is caught.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Pumpkinhead. Hi.
You guys don't have to be quiet. I know about Daddy's trial today.
Well, we can't keep anything from you, can we?
No. Grandpa's going to make sure everything goes right at the trial. Right, Grandpa?
You bet.
Hey, let's get the door. Hey. Hey.
Did someone call babysitting 911?
I did.
Oh, well, hey, look who the dispatcher sent over. Ellen, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, my pleasure. Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
I need to get out of this robe and get dressed, so I'll see you in a minute.
Listen, I want to thank you for taking your day off and spending it with Serena.
Oh, no problem.
I already know what we're gonna do.
Well, good, because I haven't babysat in quite a while.
A surprise for Daddy and Lucy for when they get home.
Ooh.
I stopped by the printers and picked up the Jasmine Island listing sheets. Didn't the photograph turn out well? If that can't sell the place, nothing can.
I'd have to agree. Before you get too comfortable, Julie Devlin is coming by for another talk, so if you don't mind, a little privacy?
Are you mad? I'm not leaving you alone with that woman.
I'll keep my antenna up, I promise.
Well, just do me a favor. Indulge your poor old father. Put this on.
A bulletproof vest?
In the trade, it's known as a flak jacket, and it is surprisingly comfortable. Now, you just hang on to that, and I'll make sure that my antidotes are current, given this killer's penchant for poisons and swords and nooses and bombs.
Victor, Julie is coming to me seeking professional help. I don't want any hijinks from you, and that includes subtle references about murderers or victims or anything else. Understood?
Understood.
Thank you. Julie.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Did you get my message?
Yes, I did. Come on in.
Is it raining out?
No, but thunderclouds are rolling in. I hate getting caught unprepared.
I'll just bet you do.
Victor!
Algeria, 1959. The handle was fake, but the 12-inch double-edged blade inside was very real. I got 10 stitches in the belly for my ignorance. Not this time, Missy.
What are you talking about?
Victor, that's enough!
Apparently, I was mistaken.
Victor, would you pick that up and see if there's any glue in the house, please?
Apologies. I'll try to fix this.
That's okay. Don't bother.
I insist.
Was it any wonder I'm losing my mind when people, your father included, treat me like a murderer?
I'm sorry about that. Must be painful to be perceived as a threat after you've been acquitted.
Well, I guess that's why I'm here.
Well, enough of that. Tell me what your dreamscape's like.
The same. Creepy and in Technicolor. Last night, I dreamt that someone was about to perform plastic surgery on me.
Who's holding the scalpel?
I couldn't see the face. Just hands wearing surgical gloves.
Did you happen to take me up on my suggestion to keep a journal?
I did. I started tracking my movements through the day. I never realized quite how repetitive my days are. Take the day of the bombing. From 10:30 to 11, I was using the computer in the on-call room doing research. Then I went on rounds and the cafeteria after that. I even wrote down that I was on my way to a lecture. It just occurred to me if that second bomb had gone off, that would have been my last entry.
Pretty jarring realization.
Tell me about it.
I'm impressed. I never imagined you'd keep such a detailed journal.
Well, I'm finding it very helpful.
Good.
What a beautiful home. Jasmine Island.
My father's putting the house on the market.
Isn't Jasmine Island that place you asked me about, the one you thought was in my dream?
Yeah, that's the one. It's all right, Victor. Come on in.
I want to apologize again for my behavior earlier.
I'm used to people looking at me funny these days. But no one has ever beat up my umbrella.
Were you able to fix it, Victor?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, it's okay. Why don't you give it back and I'll see what I can do.
It was broken beyond repair. I gave it to the garbage men when they came by.
You had no right to do that. You simply broke the handle. It could have been fixed.
We'll buy you a new umbrella. Give her one of mine, Victor.
Here. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Bad luck. Here.
Well, I've got to get back to the hospital. Thank you, Kevin.
Call me again if you need to.
I'll certainly do that. I'd shake your hand, too, but I might kill you with my poison ring.
Hi, have they started yet?
No, not yet. There's no one out here but us stool pigeons.
Whoa. Is that guilt talking?
Well, I guess I just figured that if you wanted to take a shot at me for getting your dad into this mess, now would be a good time.
Nobody gets Scott into messes except for Scott. He withheld evidence in a murder investigation. I think he knew what he was doing. And besides, if he's not blaming you, then why should anybody else?
Wow. Thanks for the benefit of the doubt.
Well, everybody's here. Did you reserve a seat?
I was waiting for you.
Okay. Look who's on 2 feet.
Yeah.
We'll wait inside.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay. How is your leg?
It's fine. Thanks for asking. Listen, I didn't get a chance to thank you for saving us in the elevator, but I want to return the favor today.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I want to tell them that I hid the bracelet. That it was my fault.
Eve, that's not true. All that's going to do is land us both on trial. I appreciate the thought, but listen, come on. After that bomb, this is nothing.
All right. If you say so.
And just for the record, I'm not sorry that I tried to protect you.
Hey, they're about to start.
Well, here we go. So, how is the surprise coming for your dad and Lucy?
Okay, but I want to do something more than just drawing pictures for them.
Yeah, well, let's see. Well, maybe we can come up with something together. You know, when I was your age, my mom, she used to make Ellen coupon books.
What's a coupon book?
Well, they're sort of like tickets that you get for all kinds of stuff. I mean, my mom, she used to make them for 1 trip to the movies, 1 dozen chocolate chip cookies.
You mean I could do one that says, Lucy and Daddy have to play dolls with me for 1 whole day?
Well, I think that sounds more like a Serena coupon book. What about if you try something like 1 coupon good for an original Serena Baldwin macaroni necklace? Does that sound better?
How about we do one that I read Daddy bedtime stories instead of the other way around?
Yeah, that's a real good idea. You know, my mom, she used to hide the coupons for me to find. She would give me clues, but it was still not very easy.
I know. Daddy brought home a treasure map from Florida. We could use that to copy the map and make a map of the firehouse.
Well, now that sounds like we have a project, my dear.
Yep.
Now, look, you have all of your supplies here, so, I think that the only thing this missing is a map.
It's in the playroom.
Well, just lead the way.
Okay, right there.
I'm a doctor, sweetie, not a track star.
Finally, let me say that lawyers have a sacred responsibility to uphold the spirit and letter of the law. Scott Baldwin tampered with material evidence in a murder investigation. He must be subjected to the harshest penalty the law will allow. Thank you, Your Honor.
Defense counsel?
Well, Your Honor, simply put, my client has pled not guilty because at the time in question, Mr. Baldwin was Dr. Eve Lambert's attorney. So whatever he or Dr. Lambert talked about or did is protected by attorney-client privilege. We will prove the state has no case.
The prosecution may call its first witness.
The state calls Dr. Evelyn Lambert.
Did your dad bring this map back from Florida?
Uh-huh. They were looking for food and they found it in an old coffee can.
Wow, this is really something.
Yep. But it's not as good as the one I'm doing of the firehouse.
Oh, my, look at this pretty picture. What would you think about adding some words to it? You know, like maybe making some riddles as clues to point the way?
Good thinking.
Yes, I'm smart like that.
Yep. Now, what rhymes with coupon?
Coupon, let's see. A-B, Boupon, Snoopon.
Isn't it true that Scott Baldwin found your bracelet next to Dr. Devlin's body?
That's what he told me.
It was your testimony during Julie Devlin's trial that you lost this bracelet. When did you realize it had been found?
When Mr. Baldwin gave it to me.
I see, and when was that?
The day that Devlin died.
Interesting. The forensics report on the bracelet showed traces of blood.
So I heard.
The blood wasn't identifiable, but do you think it's safe to assume that it was Bennett Devlin's blood?
I really wouldn't feel comfortable hazarding a guess.
Oh, come on, Dr. Lambert. Isn't it true that Scott Baldwin found your bracelet drenched in Devlin's blood, and together you two attempted to clean the bracelet to hide evidence? Answer the question, Dr. Lambert.
My bracelet as evidence is irrelevant, seeing as that Mr. Baldwin nor myself, neither one of us had anything to do with the murder.
If the bracelet wasn't evidence, why did the defendant and you throw it into the Port Charles Harbor?
It was an accident. It was my fault. The bracelet fell.
During Julie Devlin's trial, Mr. Baldwin said the two of you threw the bracelet into the harbor to hide it from the police. Was Mr. Baldwin lying at the trial?
No.
Then you're admitting that you have committed and are continuing to commit perjury?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You can't both be telling the truth. Which one of you is the liar?
All right, listen, that's enough.
Scott, sit down.
No, listen, Your Honor, I'm going to change my plea. I'm going to tell you what you want.
Scott, don't do that. You don't have to.
Dr. Lambert, please. Mr. Baldwin, you understand the law. Is this what you want?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I will order a recess, and your attorney and Mr. Pearson can work out the details of your plea. Court is adjourned.
Greg Cooper picked Eve's picture? The man's obviously lying.
Now all I have to do is figure out why he's trying to implicate Eve.
Is there any way he could know that you and Eve are friends? Is he messing with your head?
He's trying to, anyway.
Speaking of messed up heads, what did Dr. Death want?
Now, how far is Jasmine Island from Port Charles? Wonderful. Then I'd like to make an appointment to see the Collins home.